Welcome back, everyone. We have made it through a quarter of a century of podcasts. Podcast 25 right now. We got the Clash of Champions predictions for the next WWE pay-per-view. We got the revanche for Song Harlow, and we got a few facts of the week for you, and we got a debate that we're gonna pick up from last week. So JJ, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
And what are we doing?
What
are we doing?
We're predicting Clash of Champions first.
Because that's gonna happen like tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Correct? So I got the match card, I'm reading it out, and we'll see if we get everything right. The last time pay-per-views happened, you won both of them?
Yes.
But I'm still in a pretty big lead.
Yes.
And this time we don't have any NXT stuff, so it's just Clash of Champions. We're gonna do the predictions, let us know what you think of them, okay? First off, and I'm taking this list from Wikipedia, by the way, because we don't know the actual match card before it happens, because Vince. First match pre-show, got Zack Ryder versus Mojo Rawley. And possibly Rob Gronkowski. I made that up.
Who knows? Probably not.
Probably not. Who you got, and why?
I got Zack.
You got Zack.
Doesn't really need a reason. It's a pre-show match.
It's okay, you know what? I'm going Mojo.
Okay.
Give me Mojo because he won the Honor the Giant Battle Royal, right? They gotta do something with him.
I'm pretty sure if they were advertising someone for winning that Battle Royale, they would probably be advertising Baron over Mojo, despite that being a year before.
Yeah, and he now did this stuff. He was Mr. Money in the Bank. He's US champion.
Yeah, I guess.
But, I mean, you gotta do something with Mojo. And come on, man. I believe he's got more singles run potential than Zack in him.
Yeah.
So, why not give him the win here? Okay, I'm just going through this in order, which is not going to happen. But the next one that they listed is AJ Styles versus Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, that could totally be the main event.
That could be the main event. Either that or the tag match.
I mean, Pink Styles.
Why? There's the Singh brothers.
Yeah, there is the Singh brothers, but I don't think they're gonna really swap the title around, and if it's just gonna be a DQ or a counter, that's kind of lame.
I'm also gonna pick Styles, however, I'm going to make an argument for Jinder. Okay? Because a rumor that I did hear of was Jinder running into the Royal Rumble with the title and then losing to John Cena.
Okay, yeah.
So he's going to drop the title to Cena, and Cena at WrestleMania is going to do something with it. I don't know. Maybe Jinder's also going to take it until Mania and then lose to Cena. But the point was that Cena would beat him for the title.
Okay.
So that might happen at the Rumble.
And then he also gets Universal title, and
then he
buys the company. And
that's going to Roman, and then at Mania 30,
and
what
then
is
Roman
it? 35, 36, like the next Mania after will be 35. Roman and Cena, who both held the title for like 365 days, Roman reunites the both brands.
Gosh,
all right, the last part I made up, right? But that might happen. I mean, Roman is eventually gonna defeat Cena.
If Vince is watching this, he's totally having a boner
in the big match. Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm taking notes. He's like, I'm
those
taking notes.
guys are having good ideas.
Yeah. All right, number 3, not a title match. It's a triple threat match for the U.S. Championship, featuring Baron Corbin, defending champion, Bobby Roode, the Glorious One, and Dolph Ziggler is also there. Still, for some reason.
I mean, it would be the biggest surprise if it was Dolph.
Yeah.
But I don't really think so.
No.
So, of course, if they want to put the belt on Bobby Roode, he would probably pin Dolph, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
It could also be the other way around, that then Bobby is like, oh, he stole the title from me by pinning Dolph, that kind of stuff. You know what they always do in triple threat match.
You mean Baron? Or
No,
Bobby.
I mean, either way, it's like, oh yeah, he stole my title opportunity from me, right. Or he stole my title from me, either way.
Because Dolph is 8, and then next time we're having a match by ourselves.
Exactly, so that's the way it always goes, and I honestly don't know, but I'm picking Baron.
I'm also picking Baron Corbin because of basically what you said. Baron is the heel, and he would then be the one to win by shenanigans, right? So as to seem that there was an unfair or unfortunate treatment of the face, which is Bobby. So Bobby won't win by luck and shenanigans and dumb stuff happening because that does not fit with the dynamic. So I got Baron Corbin winning, but whichever way.
It would work because then Baron would start beating up people in the back, demanding a rematch.
Yeah.
Like right away or something, you know, that stuff. Like,
that's true. But
because that totally fits with him, just starting to beat up people because he's angry about losing the belt.
I kind of think, though, that they want to give Bobby Roode, when they give him the first belt, it's supposed to be for real.
Also, you don't really want to have Baron drop it already. I feel
that's also true, yeah. Because he's booked as a pretty strong guy, so he's kind of a monster heel, more type of thing. So he wants to keep it for a while to eventually have that moment where someone like Bobby takes it from him,
yeah,
in like a legitimate match where he overcomes the odds and all that stuff. Next, we got the women's match, which is Charlotte Flair versus Natalya Neidhart in a lumberjack match for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
I'm picking Charlotte.
You just picking Charlotte to win it flat out?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, right? This match, I'm thinking about doing some crazy, and I'm actually doing this, right? I'm saying that before the match even ends, that Carmella's gonna cash in.
Okay.
Because that's a good reason to have the lumberjacks out there, right?
that is a good idea. So
I'm saying Carmella is actually cashing in and winning.
Okay.
So you can write down. Carmella wins the match.
She isn't even in it, but she wins.
She's not in the match. She will be in it, and she's gonna
win it.
In it to win it. I know that's risky because picking Charlotte would make more sense because there's still the opportunity of her cashing in afterwards.
Yeah. But
during the match and all the hustling and bustling of the lumberjack shenanigans,
yeah,
I could totally see that happening. You know. So Carmella. Next up. This is a fatal 4-way tag team match for the championships, or the tag championships. This is going to be a packed ring. And we got the Usos defending against.
I don't know how packed it is because normally fatal 4-way tag matches oftentimes mean there's only 2 people in the ring and they can tag anyone in.
Yeah,
which I always thought was kind of stupid, but
there's going to be a lot of people there.
Around the ring, yeah, sure, but in the ring, 2 people at a time.
I don't know how they're doing it. If there's going to be 2 people.
Because sometimes they do it with 4 and sometimes they do it with 2.
Yeah.
If it's 2, it's kind of tough once your team gets completely tagged out.
Yeah, because no one wants to get tagged out ever.
Yeah, but at the same time, you sometimes have to avoid getting pinned and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So we got the Oos.
Just get on with it, for fuck's sake.
Versus the New Day. And Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable, which don't have a fancy taunt yet. And Rusev and Aiden English, who also don't have a fancy taunt yet, but they're great. Who you got? And why? Fatal 4-way. Tags.
This is tough.
Tags. Yeah, that's tough.
You know what? I'm taking a bit of a risk here and I'm picking Rusev and Aiden.
Rusev and Aiden?
Yeah.
You know what? I would like that to happen because I love Aiden English.
Yeah.
And the internet, apparently people like Rusev a lot. Like, people like Rusev a lot. I'm picking Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable.
Dude.
Yeah. I'm just doing it. I'm just going ahead with it. Because I believe Chad Gable has a lot of potential. Shelton Benjamin is back now. Yeah, he had a lot of potential, definitely. Probably still does. It's also kind of a surprise pick.
Yeah.
Maybe not as over the top as Rusev and Aiden. Even though Rusev and Aiden would be fantastic. I wouldn't complain if it was. The only people I don't want to win.
The New Day.
The New Day. Still not a fan of the New Day. Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura, unlikely tag team.
What a weird team, yeah.
Versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Not quite as weird of a team.
Well, a year ago?
Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. But apparently...
10 years ago? No.
Do you think they're gonna turn on each other again?
Again? It's too early for that. They're gonna...
not right now, but in general, like...
Yeah.
Like, have you
eventually they're gonna turn again, yeah. I believe
Is that what they do every half year? They just turn on each other.
They might have, because it worked so well with Jericho last year, have Owens basically do the same thing with Sammy.
And Sammy organizes a festival of friendship and all.
It doesn't, no. But like, the book the same storyline, you know, like,
because
in
no
general,
one remembers.
Yeah, well, WWE memory cuts off 3 months, right?
Yeah.
But, no, just book the about the same storyline and eventually have him turn on him again.
Yeah.
Because Owens is great at doing that, and he did it before.
Also, would you quickly mention the stipulation?
Yeah, I will. Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan, that is the commissioner and the GM of Smack Diddly Down Live, are special guest referees in that match. And if Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lose the match, they will be fired from all of WWE. Which means that they are not going to be going to Raw or NXT, or Kevin Owens is losing 300 pounds going to 205 Live. And if they do, they totally will go to Raw, because that's how it always works. But that's the stipulation for now. So who do you got winning and why, considering those circumstances?
Or they pull some bullshit where they're like, oh yeah, NXT totally isn't WWE, and they're going back to NXT for like a month.
Like just
so that NXT gets some more views, and then they go back to
they're giving them new nicknames, make them shave, and then pretend like they're new people. But it's like, look at these guys, John Johnson and Ben Michael. These two guys have never been here. You know, they get a different type of shirt. You know, like have not the same shirt designs, but with the different names on it now. Make him shave.
And they're wearing each other's shirt designs.
Yeah.
Just so that it's a bit more different.
Owens is wearing the hat, you know? I can see. Damn, I totally can see that happen. They still do act the same roles, but like, these people are new.
When it starts chanting Husky Harris.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That was brave.
Yeah, I know. But, that's the same shit. Like, you get a new nickname, you get a new outfit.
They're going to be chanting Kevin Owens. But with Husky Harris, the problem with Husky Harris was, pretty bad.
Anyways.
Owens is great.
I do think that Owens and Zayn are winning.
Yeah, same here. They would totally find a way to worm themselves around the stipulation.
Of course.
But, I don't know. Like, there's a bunch of stuff, like, a bunch of options for later down the line. If it's Owens and Sammy at Mania, that's a potential 5-star. If it's maybe McMahon and Daniel Bryan versus the two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the Rumble, Mania, somewhere, that's definitely gonna be. I mean, the Shane versus Kevin Owens feud that's been going on for a while now.
Yeah,
like they carrying this because they had a match at Hell in a Cell, totally didn't resolve it as it's supposed to do because of Sammy, and the two have just been assholes, like acting like assholes, like during the show and all that. So I also got Owens and Zayn because I want to keep them, but they might still go to Raw at one point.
Yeah,
I could totally see them go to Raw, and then do the whole turn stuff, and eventually have their match at Mania, which would be a great match. And the last match, and by far the best match on the card,
and probably the main event,
probably the main event too. The Breezango Fashion Police versus the Bludgeon Brothers, which, in case you didn't know that, is Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. They've got big hammers. Who do you got? And why?
I feel like it's too ridiculous to pick the Bludgeon Brothers. At the same time, it's their first pay-per-view match, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Debuting on the big screen.
You know what?
Picking the brothers?
I'm gonna say the Bludgeon Brothers are smashing it.
They're smashing it. Yeah, I'm saying too. I'm saying Bludgeon Brothers.
Dude.
I don't know what this is, but I know Fandango and Tyler Breeze are hilarious, and they don't need to be good, as in like kayfabe strong, to be hilarious.
That's true.
Kurt Hawkins doesn't need to.
Yeah.
You know, Titus O'Neil doesn't necessarily need to. Dean Ambrose didn't need to back when. So, yeah. Give me the Bludgeon Brothers, because if they lose, they're done. Like, imagine those two 7-footers, 350 pounds, got big ass hammers in their hands, looking like the two scariest people on earth, right? Losing to a bunch of gay policeman looking dudes.
Well, I could see that happen if they just started pummeling them with hammers and then they get DQ'd.
You think so?
I mean, that's the thing I could totally see them pull. It's like, oh yeah. Like,
you think they'll got the thing where they like don't care about wins and losses, just
exactly, just beat
smacking
up people
with hammers? I mean, no.
I don't think they're gonna do it, but
they're
I
winning.
could see them do it.
Totally winning. All right, the only pre-show match was Zack and Mojo.
Yeah.
As is indicated in the card, there is probably going to be another match.
Maybe.
Because that was 7, and usually they'll have 8, and there was kind of a trend over the last last few pay-per-views where they did that a lot. Just drop in the match somewhere for some reason. Yeah. So that might very well happen. That is our predictions for the Clash of Champions. Not Clash of the Champions, just Clash of Champions 2017.
Also not Night of Champions.
Also not Night of Champions. But I mean, the names are right.
Also, champions are not clashing, as opposed to Survivor Series where there were champions clashing.
Yeah, no champions are clashing.
That people,
stupid
names.
Yeah.
Just call Survivor Series Clash of Champions and call this one, I don't know, December to Dismember.
December to Dismember is a nice one. I always like that. Also want
probably not very PG though.
Also want King of the Ring back.
Or that also works.
Also want King of the Ring back. At least it's not called Roadblock. End of the line. Remember that? I remember that.
Yeah.
Alright, let us know what you think about those matches though. What you predict, if you think our predictions are good, stupid, and if we turn out to be hilariously wrong tomorrow night.
Or surprisingly spot on.
Then get your ass back here in the comment section, let us know. Give us some credit or taunt us a little bit, I don't care. We got the halftime show coming up, is that correct?
Yes.
Now what did we do last week?
Last week, I think we made... Oh, yeah, it was the extremely easy trivia quiz.
No, I think last week was the music carol, right?
No, that was a week before that.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Am I getting my memory mixed up right now?
Yes.
Okay, anyway, we said that I was going to do the song Harlow for you, is that correct?
Yes.
And I'm doing that right now. Now, I will not guarantee that no song that I put on this list was also on your list.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure it's not. Because I chose route that you didn't go. You picked a lot of Genesis stuff too.
I picked like one Genesis
song. You had That's All?
That's all.
Is that all?
I think that was all the Genesis songs that were on there.
Alright, I wrote that joke in the script. That's why we said that's the whole discussion was set up for that. We're starting off with San Francisco by Scott McKenzie.
Okay.
Great city, great song. Versus... Oh, also, the rules real quick again, right? He needs to tell me which song he prefers.
Yeah.
And tell me what's the connection between them. Because all those songs have a connection.
Right.
San Francisco by Scott McKenzie versus We Built This City.
I knew that was going to be there.
How did you know that?
Because you told me before that in We Built This City, they're talking about San Francisco.
Talking about San Fran.
So, I assume that's the connection you were going with.
That is a connection.
I knew that was going to be the thing. I mean, We Built This City.
Really?
Easy, yeah.
I might have to narrowly take it 2. Even though San Francisco, they are, okay, remember how we're still prepping for the top 10 songs?
Yeah, we've been doing that for like half a year.
Yeah, they're both on my top 50.
Yeah.
So they're both really good songs. San Francisco is more legendary. We Built This City is, higher on some other categories.
Definitely more catchy,
yeah. Better for Big Time Party and all that stuff. Next one. We Built This City versus It Never Rains in Southern California. Could have also had San Francisco and It Never Rains in Southern California. What is the connection?
Of course, it's like
the
San Francisco, California.
Yeah. Actually, more Northern California, but I didn't find the LA songs, so I just like it.
I would still go with We Built This City.
All right. Yeah, me too. Even more so than against San Francisco, because I'll take San Francisco over It Never Rains in Southern California slightly, even though all 3 are really probably great songs.
Okay.
Next one and the 4th one, It Never Rains in Southern California I got the Barry Manilow version, by the way. I don't know which one you prefer. Against Who'll Stop the Rain by CCR.
Okay, I don't think we have to go into where the connection is. It's Rain.
It's Rain. It's Roman Reigns, man.
It's not that type of rain.
That's the connection to the first topic. Might be that type of rain too.
It never rains in Southern California.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This one's a bit harder for me. I'm not supposed to give my judgment at all, am I? But I'm doing it anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm doing it anyway because I always
This is what we usually do once we start talking about music. No matter who's supposed to rate, everyone does it.
Exactly. Okay. The next song is gonna be Who'll Stop the Rain versus Fortunate Son.
Okay, the connection is CCR.
The connection is CCR. The connections so far have been easy. They will get harder.
Okay, I'm picking Fortunate Son.
I'm also picking Fortunate Son by a little bit, even though I'm not supposed to, by a little bit, but I like them both. Who'll Stop the Rain has got some good lines in it. Fortunate Son, a lot of social commentary in there. Fortunate Son versus Thank God I'm a Country Boy by John Denver.
Okay, is the connection just son and boy?
Yeah, basically. Because in the lyrics of Thank God I'm a Country Boy, he's talking about, oh, it's great to be a farmer's son, how fortunate I am to be the son of, type of stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of vague, but yeah, that's the connection.
I'm picking Fortunate Son, but it's somewhat close compared to some of the others.
Would you pick Thank God I'm a Country Boy over Who'll Stop the Rain?
Maybe.
It's tough, but I might pick Who'll Stop the Rain on that. I'm also going Fortunate Son over Thank God I'm a Country Boy. But alright, next one. And this is tough, and I'm actually trying to figure out what the connection there is.
Just say it first, maybe I'll figure it out.
Thank God I'm a Country Boy versus Foot of the Mountain by Aha. And now I know again, and this is tough. The connection is tough to spot. There might be more obvious connections than the one that I made up. Maybe not.
I don't know what you're getting there.
Okay, here's the connection, right? Who sang Thank God I'm a Country Boy? John Denver, right?
Yeah.
So Denver is the capital of what state? Colorado, right? So what does Colorado has a lot of? Mountains,
that
right?
That is kind of far-fetched.
Yeah. I tried to find a way. I tried to find a song with Colorado in there, but there wasn't, so I had to find something.
Okay, I'm picking Foot of the Mountain.
Really?
Yeah.
This one is hard. I think I'm going Thank God I'm a Country Boy over this.
Okay.
Narrowly. But, alright. Next one. Foot of the Mountain versus Footloose.
Okay, the connection is foot, I would assume.
Bit easier again. Little bit. What do you pick?
What am I picking?
Is it really that hard? Didn't think it was going to be that hard.
I think by a slight margin, I'm picking Foot of the Mountain.
Really? No way. No way. You rate that song that highly? I mean, come on, man. Really?
It's definitely a tough choice either way, but
I would have expected you to immediately shout out Footloose. Like, no doubts. I'm picking Footloose.
Okay.
I'm definitely picking Footloose. Next one, I'm trying to figure out how that happened. Oh, yeah. Footloose versus The Gambler. What do you like better, and what's the connection?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I think it's just for nostalgia and stuff. It's probably gonna be The Gambler by a slight margin,
right.
And the connection. Jesus Christ, I don't know.
The connection is that both artists' first name is Kenny.
Oh,
got Kenny Loggins and got Kenny Rogers. That's okay. I got him with one. All right. Which one am I picking though? This is tough. This, you know what? I'm not making a decision on that because I don't have to. Okay. So I'm not going to be putting that pickle right now. The Gambler versus Walk of Life by Dire Straits. How did that even happen? Let me think. Oh, yeah, I know. I know.
I think it's Walk of Life, but it's also really tough.
It's not the toughest Walk of Life. Walk of Life is a top 50 song. But what is the connection?
I don't know. So
the connection is pretty vague. It's because we did a lot of gambling in our lives. Not seriously, but it's like our walk of life does have gambling in it.
Yeah.
Not like illegally or like seriously or to the point where it's a problem, but for fun, like playing a lot of poker and stuff.
Yeah,
the blackjack.
That's what we did in school.
What we did in school.
As opposed to school stuff.
Yeah, we we did gambling in school. People, that's how you end up a YouTuber or a taxi driver or something. I don't know. Okay. Walk of life versus always look on the bright side of life.
Okay, I assume the connection is life.
The connection is life.
It's walk of life.
That quickly? I mean, it is walk of life, but you're still underrating always look on the bright side of life. Which I can prove to you by asking, always look on the bright side of life versus foot of the mountain.
It's foot of the mountain.
Wrong. Try again.
It's foot of the mountain.
Wrong. Try again.
It's foot of the mountain.
We got a lot of time. It's always look on the bright side of life. It's better than foot of the mountain. But, alright, walk of life, I'll still take it. And the last one, always look on the bright side of life versus, this was also pretty vague, Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon and Garfunkel.
I'll take Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Alright. I might also take it by a slight margin. What's the connection?
I don't know what the connection is.
Okay, here's the thing, right? This takes a bit of explaining, right? So, bridges, specifically over troubled water, people like to commit suicide off of, right?
Yeah.
So always look on the bright side of life seems like a good song to show the people that are in danger of committing suicide.
Okay.
Because like all the lyrics and all that, the upbeat thing. And it's like, oh, like, just enjoy life and all that. Like, don't be mad, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And just to go full circle, Bridge Over Troubled Water and San Francisco.
I'm picking Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Connection.
I assume it's because they have Bridge as one which is relatively well known. That would be the Golden Gate Bridge.
And there's actually a lot of people committing suicide off of that bridge.
Okay.
Which is an interesting fact. It's one of the suicide high points in San Francisco. Just, okay, just go full circle there.
Once you jump off, it's more like a low point.
It's, stop it. Stop it. It's the Golden Gate. I mean, what better place to die than at the literal Golden Gate? It's a gate of gold, man. Come on now. Where would you rather die? Death Valley? No.
Oh, that's also funny, though.
Yeah. Also, if you in Death Valley by yourself, you die.
Yeah.
Because it's hot out there and you got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Alright, that is my song higher or lower. If you want to judge my list against his list, go back to the podcast where we did that and tell me. Also tell me if we did make some mistakes, which totally JJ did, but I didn't. Because his music taste is good, not great. Mine is immaculate. Next, we got the song of the week. Not the song of the week.
No, we got the fact of the week.
I was thinking music again. We got the fact of the week.
Which is completely different from the song of the week. And that is a fact, not a song.
Yeah, but the rest is the same. The week is the same. The off and the the is also the same. What is your fact of this week?
My fact of the week is, if you go into the current Star Wars movie, Episode 8, The Last Jedi,
Alright.
not expecting too much of it, if you don't hype it up too much, it's actually pretty good. But if you hype it up too much, it's not going to live up to that.
A fellow acquaintance told me that it was the best movie he's ever seen.
Okay?
In fact, he told me it's the best movie ever.
I guess you can't really judge that. I mean, the best movie you've ever seen, you can say, but you can't really say it's the best movie ever, because there's bound to be one movie that's better that you have not yet seen, right?
There's a bunch, probably. I haven't seen... You was in the very first premiere of that...
yeah.
Of the local...
Not like world premiere, but around
of the local
one,
theater. Yeah, we not going to LA for that. And you liked it?
Yeah, it was a good movie, but like two of the people we were with there, they had really high expectations for it, and they both said it didn't live up to that. I didn't really go into that expecting too much.
You need to tell me about that off the air a little bit.
Not because like I was expecting to be better or anything, but just because I like Star Wars, but it's not like I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
So
I'm generally not too high into movies. I wasn't there. Yeah. I originally had a ticket, sold it to someone else. Couldn't be bothered. I might watch it.
And apparently you made his night, so yeah.
Yeah, apparently I did, which is good. Which is also the fellow acquaintance who told me that it was the best movie.
Thinking,
So yeah, it's good. Glad I would have probably not said that. I might watch it at one point. I'm not too too keen on doing that for now. My fact of the week is, and this is a good one, if you were to consistently fart for 6 years and about 9 to 10 months, non-end, just consistently do it, you would produce enough energy for a nuclear weapon.
Okay.
Which means that if Trump gets elected again, by the end of his second term, he might bomb people. That was a bad joke. He's got nukes already. What am I talking about? Alright, that's a good fact.
Yeah.
It's a good fact. So start farting. Don't start farting, people. What we got next?
We got our second topic. Which is something that you wanted to talk about last week, which is the definition of happiness.
I wanted to continue talking about it, but we basically ran out of time. We didn't run out of time, but...
Well, technically there's no time limit, but no one wants to
upload
10-hour videos.
Because we are our own bosses. We could technically have a discussion for hours and hours and days and years, but we need to cut it short sometimes.
That brings up a good question. Is there a time limit on how long a YouTube video can be, or like a file size limit or something?
I'm pretty sure there's YouTube videos out there that run for weeks. Yeah, just like stuff like, oh, this is the longest video on YouTube.
Yeah, but, you know, and then how much longer could you go is the question.
And then there's this loop stuff, and it's like, are we trying this out?
No.
I mean, you got pretty good internet.
Yeah, but no.
Maybe if you like, if we're going on vacation somewhere, maybe if we're going to some WrestleMania at some point, we just set your computer to upload for a few weeks. Like, I don't know, try out. But you probably need to
uploading a year-long loop of Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley.
Oh god, we probably have to also
like one random frame of like a secret code somewhere right in the middle.
Yeah, it was like a treasure map or something like that. Yeah, or it just says hi. But you also probably need a big enough like computer memory to store that big a video on, right?
Memory, like, yeah. I mean, if your hard... I could totally put like a 1 terabyte video on my hard drive and just upload it.
I don't know how long that would be. We could probably calculate that.
It depends on like how much stuff is in there. Like, if it's just one solid picture with like no sound...
Like white screen?
Yeah, it's gonna not take as long as like a full gameplay video. Also, like, the resolution matters and that kind of stuff. And the question would be if there is a file size limit or a time limit.
So we're just uploading 3 months of black screen with no sound over it in potato quality and see how long it takes to upload. See how long that can run on YouTube.
Yeah.
And get it monetized. Put ads every 10 minutes. And then watch it through by ourselves. All the time. Is that a way to make money?
Well,
upload really long videos. And then put ads in intervals as small as you can possibly do, and then just loop the video.
Well, yes, but it's against YouTube guidelines because you are not allowed to watch your own video for ad revenue.
Yeah, that's true. That's why.
At least you aren't allowed to click the ads. I'm not sure if you can just have it run. I don't know. But you definitely are not allowed to click your own ads, which is weirdly random.
Yeah, but if you just happen to like the ad. Oh, I want to download this game. And then
it's like, no, you can't. No, you
cannot download this game because you got it from your own ad. Go back, and enter from the store. You're
violating YouTube guidelines. Fuck off.
Yeah, go and enter from the store. Stop. All right, topic 2. Last time we were talking about the whole thing started with Hearthstone.
Yeah, the whole
because we were talking about motivations of playing.
Doesn't everything these days?
Basically, everything does. We're doing a lot of Hearthstone on this channel now. Thing is, right? You said that you played solely for fun, and I said that's stupid. Because Hearthstone is a competitive game. Want to play solely for fun? I don't know. Go ride a bike. By yourself.
That does not sound like fun.
Maybe. But, okay. if you want to do something just for fun, then don't pick a competitive thing to do it in. Because... You're
saying riding a bicycle is not competitive.
I mean, if you're riding in a bike race...
Exactly.
Right? If you want to play Hearthstone for fun, you play solely against the computer.
No.
We had to discuss last time, yeah. But
the computer has less interesting responses to what you do, right?
Does it?
Because the computer basically evaluates the situation and plays whatever is most logical to it.
Yeah.
And if you're playing a human being, random shenanigans can and will happen.
They could also happen against computers if you make them happen.
Yeah, but...
If you got a noggin fogger on the board, computer, nothing he can do about it. Nothing he can do about it. that discussion eventually led us to talking about goals in life, because Hearthstone is directly related to goals.
Yeah, about to say like,
in life, and is happiness the goal in life, or is happiness something that is achieved through accomplishing goals in life? Spoilers.
Why can it not be both? That would create a nice loop.
That would be a short loop too.
Yeah, like once you're happy, you reach your goal that makes you happy.
Okay.
And then you're reaching your goal again and it makes you happy again.
That's a bunch
Looping happiness.
That's a lot of happiness. Like that might overload happiness at one point. That might
just makes you explode.
That might not be healthy.
It's
Yeah,
like rainbows and shit.
Yeah, like rainbows and sparkles everywhere.
And unicorns.
And then someone walks in your room and there's like like splashes of color and sparkle all over the wall. And you just gone. Yeah, no, thank you. I'm not doing that way. Let me plug our giveaway real quick before we get into it again. I'm wearing something on my head right now. I take it off, then put it back on again.
I was kind of waiting for you to not put it back on just to mislead people.
No, I put it back on.
Answer.
I'm actually taking it back off because it's hot in this studio. I'm wearing this on my head usually, not right now. Most of the time I do. Can you tell me what it is? If you can, you get a free subscription to our channel. If you're already subscribed to our channel, at the point of telling me, you get to suggest a future podcast topic.
You know what I just realized?
What?
That would be a really stupid thing to do if we did face cam.
Because, yeah.
You tell me what I'm wearing on my head right now. Like,
once we start doing face cam, 50k subs by the way.
You need to tell him what kind of pants he's wearing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What kind of pants.
And because he's a YouTuber, you know he's wearing them.
Exactly.
Actually, he is.
I'm
because
wearing
we're
pants.
in here with two dudes in the room.
Exactly. I'm wearing
that's
pants.
not how we roll.
I'm wearing pants when I'm sitting in a studio with JJ. I'm wearing pants. Believe that. All right. That's all I wanted to say. So tell me what it is. You got to suggest a topic if you sub. Okay.
And that will make us very
happy.
See?
That's good. Okay, here's a point that I wanted to bring up for a while. Matter of fact, for a week now. Happiness, you said, is the goal. I believe it is redundant to even call happiness a goal. Because it is obvious, it is self-explanatory that happiness is what people try to achieve. Right?
Except that in today's society, oftentimes, you put certain goals that you see as imposed on you by society higher than their personal happiness.
But
like people are like, oh yeah, I want to be rich, and then they grind all the time for money
because you believe that is what's gonna make you the happiest. That's cool.
Yeah, but it's like that's what I said before.
Happy. That's always
happy middle class life is better than being rich and busy all the fucking time.
But once you're rich, you can stop being busy.
You can.
And at that point, it's better.
But if you work more, you will get more money.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how millionaires sometimes they still want to make more and more money. It's
yeah,
like,
of course.
You have so much money. You don't really need more.
You can set yourself a target zone where it's like, okay, when I hit this, I stop. And then have a better life than everyone.
Again, I'm saying you can, but a lot of people don't.
A lot of people don't because they think, okay, sometimes work makes people happy. Striving and achieving goals and setting the bar higher and higher and getting there makes people happy. Which basically...
They're not setting the bar.
They are the bar. Like James Cesar also like the new Ford F-150 that I'm being told every time I'm watching a football game. Crazy. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar. I don't like that commercial. I think someone ripped someone off there. I'm not sure which way it went, but I believe WWE did it before.
Oh god.
Which is unusual.
Lawsuits incoming.
Yeah, which is unusual because usually they
you can't even do crotch chops or say suck it. So
nothing. We'll see. WWE versus Ford is something that I will.
You also can't too sweet.
You can't. Like, we do that occasionally.
Yeah.
Not on face cam. Because we'll get our asses suit off.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
And that would not make us happy.
No, it wouldn't. Yeah, thanks for tying into the topic again. Alright, okay. Last time I believe I said that happiness is achieved by accomplishing goals, right? So goals, I brought up the college thing.
Yeah.
So I said you enrolled in college, why? Because you wanted to graduate.
I guess.
You want to graduate. So would you say that if you graduate, does that make you happy? Will that invoke any type of happiness in you the day you walk out of college with a degree?
feels more like it will be one of those like relief things more than happiness, really. But I guess that kind of ties in with each other.
I mean, that's similar, right?
Yeah.
So,
but then I'll have to search for a job.
So graduate.
It's gonna be a pain in the ass.
You could go for a PhD.
Yeah.
And we could do YouTube forever.
Yeah.
And ever.
I mean, if the YouTube channel is a job by then,
if it keeps going, yeah.
I'll still graduate though.
Yeah, I'll also graduate. That's stupid. People who drop out of school because now
it's like, hey, I have this thing that makes just enough money for me to live off of it.
Yeah,
that might not be around in a year.
Yeah,
let's drop out of college.
No, I'm not doing that. We stay in college. Maybe after
stay in school, kids.
Yeah, stay in school. It's great to be employed. It's really not that great. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm not trying to send out bad messages. What was I saying? Okay, you would agree that graduating college is a goal that you have.
Sure.
Intentionally set for yourself when you enrolled.
Sure.
And you would agree that when that point comes around, that will bring you happiness.
In a way, yeah.
So you're going to achieve a goal and thereby gain happiness.
Yeah.
Which
sounds
is
about right.
Basically what I say. So goals are there to achieve happiness. Now, of course, and this is why I said that with the definition thing, everyone's striving for happiness, but every person has a different way of going about that. Because there's different things that make everyone happy, okay? Some people may really think that, yeah, a lot of money will make me happy. You're not that type of person.
No. Because
you're like a smartass. You're like, oh, money can't buy you happiness. That's what you say.
No, it can't. It just can make your life more comfortable.
That's how you sound. It's comfortable. Is that not equal to happiness?
No, but it definitely makes things easier, thereby making it easier for you to achieve happiness. But it's not inherently happiness.
It's not inherently, but it makes things easier, allowing you to achieve happiness.
Yes.
Is that not literally saying that money can buy you happiness?
Not really.
How is it not? Like, if you got a bunch of money, right? Like a lot of money, like you're a millionaire out there, right? And you're thinking, oh, you know what will make me happy right now? A real big TV.
Okay.
And you're like, oh, you know what? This money that I got on my hand can buy me happiness in the form of a real big TV.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, stuff like that makes you happy, but
yeah.
What gives you true happiness, I feel, is human connection, that kind of stuff.
Could you not still buy that? You could buy friends. You could totally buy friends. Listen, there's always, when you're rich, there's always people who want to be friends with you. Fact.
Exactly.
So that also makes it easier.
Those are not the best types of friends to have.
But that also makes it easier.
But if you don't have money, you know who the true friends are.
It's true. Right, but you have money, so that issue doesn't even pose itself anymore, right? All right, so we could get off of the money if you want to. What you want to give me a definition? Can you find a definition for happiness?
I mean, if I really wanted to define it, I guess you would have to go with the whole stuff about the chemicals that your brain releases and that kind of stuff, like endorphin and that kind of.
But what is happiness?
But I mean, that's not a fun way to define that. But
no, it's not.
Defining feelings without going like
happiness is
scientific.
Happiness is the state of being happy.
Yeah, but
because happy.
Thank you. Now define happy.
Happy. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, right? Happiness.
Happy is experiencing happiness.
Yeah, exactly. So circle.
That's a circle. Yeah.
All right. So happiness is not definable other than by using the word itself. Just like the word green.
Or by going very in depth with science. Which,
yeah, but that's more cause, like the cause of it, not the definition of it.
Yeah, I mean, if
that's the same by trying to define green as the mixture of blue and yellow.
Well, we'll probably define it as the color which reflects a certain wavelength of light. Yeah. But yeah.
Okay, that for colors actually works better than for happiness. But okay, so happiness we cannot define. I mean, we can look for the definition on the interwebs. I can do it right now if you want to.
Sure.
I'm doing it right now. So
you know what would be really fun?
What?
If we're one of those voice-activated devices where we could just be like, Google, define happiness.
Google what's happiness. I don't think I have a voice-activated device.
I think you could make your tablet
probably
voice activate the Google, but yeah.
I'm not doing that right now.
Siri, what's happiness?
What's that?
Alexa, what's happiness?
It's like, and then it's like,
oh shit! I'm sorry, people, if I activated your device. By the way.
Oh, you think so?
that actually happens.
Yeah.
I think that also happens with the commercial for the Amazon Echo.
Really? Dude.
Although,
happiness is defined as a state of being happy. Okay.
Define happy.
Let me go for happiness. I'm googling happiness definition. Alright. Apparently people need to write essays about that. Happiness, the state of being happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does happy mean?
Okay, Merriam-Webster. So basically what they're saying is they're rewording it in other ways but saying the same.
Yeah.
Good fortune, prosperity. A state of well-being and contentment. A pleasurable, satisfying experience. Right. A striking habit. Right.
But
aptness.
The problem with defining words is that you will have to use more words to define it, and those words have to be defined again. Unless you get till you get to a point where it's commonly understood what the word means.
Exactly.
And
the word happiness is already commonly understood to what it means.
Sure, but that's the problem. If you want to actually define it, you will just be rolling it over to equally well understood terms.
Yeah. And eventually to less understand terms if you're going for aptness and all that
exactly.
stuff.
It's weird.
Striving for aptness. That is what I do. Should we maybe pick up the competitive thing again?
Sure.
Because
let's have a competition, I guess.
Apparently, yeah, that's a good idea. Apparently, what you do is so how do you gain happiness out of Hearthstone? Can you define that for me? Can you say what exactly at Hearthstone makes you happy?
Okay, I definitely can admit that winning, of course, is not something that necessarily counteracts that.
Winning.
Winning's definitely on there, but also I feel like, for example, if the opponent's AFK, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh yeah, your opponent left, you win.
But is the opponent AFK or is the opponent AFK?
Okay, if you're in the dungeon, right, and you're facing AFK, and all of a sudden the entire board is full of 8/8s and you're still winning, that's actually more satisfying than if you're facing a real person that's just not on the keyboard.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Because you got an Azure Drake and a Malagos and your Holy Nova does 8 damage.
Exactly.
That's what happened to me once.
So, if your
I still got the screenshot if you don't believe me. Come at me.
If your opponent's AFK, or if they insta concede on the very bad ranks, because they're like, oh, I don't want to face a mage right now.
Yeah, I'm winning.
That doesn't do anything for me.
Of course, I mean it's okay. I win, which is good, which is a goal. But of course, if I achieve that by myself, it's better because that way you know you're getting better.
Also, it makes you happy when you, for example, draw the card you need in that situation and that kind of stuff. Because
drawing the card that you need in that situation allows you to win.
Or just once random, really wacky combos happens. That's always fun.
If there was no real type of winning in Hearthstone, would it still make you happy the same way it does?
How would you make a game like Hearthstone without inherently having some type of
infinite ice blocks? No, I'm just kidding. As soon as one person is one round before being killed, the innkeeper just walks in and be like, okay, we close him. And the match is breaking up. There's no ladder. There's no win count. There's no dubs. It's just playing. Play the decks. Show off the decks. Control the board. Dominate. And be like, okay, I could have won, but I didn't actually win. Maybe even break it up in a state where it's not completely certain that you're going to win. So you won't even know if it did better or not.
I mean, it definitely will make the game less enjoyable, but the combos and stuff are still fun.
I wouldn't touch the game. I wouldn't look at it. I wouldn't look at the game one time if that was the case. Wouldn't touch it. Wouldn't look at it. Why would you play that type of game?
Any big Yogg is fun, no matter if I win or lose.
Is it fun?
Yogg casting 20 spells.
Yeah.
All the shenanigans that happens in the meantime.
Yeah.
It's great.
That's fun, but it's not a goal. I mean, you could set yourself the goal of playing a bunch of Yoggs. I once had Yogg shadow step himself back into my hand.
Yeah, exactly.
After casting a bunch of
spells. He Echo of Medieval, or whatever it's called, adds himself to your hand again, plus stays on the board. That's fun.
Of course, yeah, that's fun.
And having fun, having fun and being happy is kind of the same thing.
But my goal that I set for myself is still winning, right? That is supposed to be that is the intended goal of playing Hearthstone. You play Hearthstone to win Hearthstone. So you just
admitted that you can have fun, which equals happiness.
What? Fun equals happiness? What? Where did I lose you, man? Where did that happen?
Since when is fun and happiness not? Having fun and being happy?
Is fun the same as happiness? When you are deeply happy with your life and like content innerly, you know what you're always talking about. Are you in a constant state of having fun? Like constantly? Like when people say when they dying, oh yeah, I've had a happy life. You think they're having fun at that very moment? If you're asking, are you generally happy? Does it mean you're having fun at that moment?
Okay, that's like saying. That's okay, so it's basically like we're talking about weather and climate, okay?
Yeah, but I'm not equating weather with climate.
But the long-term application of weather is climate.
Right, but it's not the same thing, right?
Okay, sure.
I would assume that, yeah, if you're constantly in the state of having fun, that could make you happy.
But having fun in the moment makes you happy.
Does it?
Right?
That's where the definition of happiness is. Because if that case, you could say the definition of happiness is having fun. But in that case, happiness will also be very temporary. Because they have fun in one moment and then not have fun the other.
Of course, you can't just define a human life being like, oh yeah, that person's happy and that person isn't happy, and then that's their entire life.
Alright.
It's inherently temporary.
Alright.
So, but at that point, you're experiencing happiness without having reached a goal.
Well, you didn't. Because it's always a goal. The goal is play Yogg. The goal is play Yogg. You do not achieve happiness without reaching a goal. Never. Even if you don't formulate that goal, even if you don't maybe knowingly and completely consciously set that goal for yourself, there's like, okay, you are believing to achieve happiness or get fun out of playing Yogg. Therefore, like halfway subconsciously, you set yourself the goal, the intent of playing Yogg. And then you do so. It might not be a very hard goal to achieve. But
see, that's the point, like where you're just creating goals as to prove your point that reaching goals is what makes you happy.
Yeah, but that is the case.
Having a fun Yogg combo is not a goal.
Yeah.
Because you don't go out there and are like, oh, well, I guess you do go out there and play a Yogg deck, but it's like...
Okay, if you sit there, right? Turn 10, you got Yogg on your hand, he's gonna cast 15 spells.
And the first one, of course, kills him because Yogg's a bitch these days.
These days, yeah. He should get more health. The point is, okay, if you're doing that, right? What is your reason to play Yogg now over playing an Acolyte of Pain?
Well, depending on what the board situation is, the Yogg could potentially win me the game for once.
Which is a goal, yeah, and it's the right goal to have, yeah.
And there could be fun shenanigans happening with Yogg.
Yeah.
So
Which is your goal to see that. If not winning, you want to see that.
In a way, you could say so. And
we don't need to define goals for now. What I'm just saying is happiness.
We don't want to define the thing that potentially breaks your hypothesis.
We can. We totally can. It's also a theory, not a hypothesis.
No, if it's a theory, it's true. Basically,
is it not true though? I mean, I'm looking for the definition of a goal, but the point is,
it's
right?
Like define goal, the thing that soccer players shoot balls through.
Exactly, like goal, like the thing that is made of goalposts. Look, see for example, field goal.
Yeah, so football players do that too.
Happens in football and in soccer and in hockey. Goal is actually defined as football, soccer, rugby, hockey, and some other game. Alright. The object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or desired result. That's the one I was looking for. I'm going to Merriam-Webster again, but that's really good. The terminal point of a race. Alright. An area to be reached safely in children's games.
Okay.
Alright. The end toward which effort is directed. That's the one. The goal is high-speed rail travel, as an example. An area or object toward which players in various games. Okay, games again.
But you said effort, right?
Yeah, effort.
Ease.
Moving your mouse 2 inches and playing that yaw, constructing a yaw deck is effort.
But the goal at that point would be to having a fun yaw combo, not just to play him and then have him destroy himself with his first spell.
Yeah.
Which of those happens completely out of your control. Henceforth, you're not actually putting in any effort into that combo happening, and it's still...
You're putting an effort on putting out the conditions to make that happen. You don't know if you don't know if you're gonna win the lottery, but if you do not fill out the lottery ticket, you will be off better
afterwards, because statistically speaking, you lose money playing the lottery.
Okay, sure. Really odds against it, but this is the same example if you water it down, right?
There's a point why people say it's taxing the poor.
Of course.
Because those are always striving for more money.
It's taxing stupid.
Then they buy lottery tickets, which inevitably someone is gonna win, but even that person winning wins less than the people on overall are playing.
But you know what I'm getting at, right? So if you don't fill out that lottery ticket at all, you do not set the condition for your goal, which is being rich, to be met in that order, in that way. If you don't put up that York deck, if you don't play it, and if it fails, you play it again and again. That's even better because you're doing it again to achieve that goal of getting that fun York combination.
Ever heard of rage quitting?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, right? It's not, oh yeah, I lost, let's keep playing. It's, I won, let's keep playing.
Right. Because winning, which is a goal, gives you happiness. Temporarily.
Yeah, sure.
Because winning's fun, which is an argument for the competitive side of, what I'm saying, but winning, you know what I mean, bro.
Fun, so fun. Actually, it's spells that are fun, so fun, but yeah.
Minions can also be fun.
Yeah, but I was...
you was referencing the babbling book?
I think it's a babbling book.
When it attacks. Yeah. Could be a battle cry. It's tough to define. No, you know what? Let's not get into the definition of battle cries right now. That we define it too much anyway.
Let's define a definition real quick.
Define the word definition without using the word definition.
Or define.
Or define. It's getting tough. It's getting tough.
Yeah, it's basically a string of words used to explain. Okay, I use explain as opposed to describe. Which, anyways, yeah.
Anyway, what was we in the discussion again? All right.
Happiness, I guess. Competitiveness.
Right. So there is always an action. You do not. Okay. You do always.
Every action causes an equal and opposite reaction.
Yeah. That's true. That's Newton all out there. Some science for you people. You brought me off my train of thought again. Choo-choo. That's my train. Where's my train? Give me my train back. That's my steam locomotive. Let me think. All right.
That's the best thing that happened to me all day. It makes me happy.
The steam locomotive? Train puns?
No, you losing your train of thought for like 2 minutes.
Train puns? Yeah, great. Fantastic. All right.
That was not a goal I set for myself, but I did derail your train of thoughts.
You do not achieve happiness without accomplishing a goal?
Which I guess was derailing your train of thought.
All right. Let me make this hypothesis. Let me make this statement and see what you say about it. You do not achieve happiness without accomplishing a goal that you previously set for yourself in any type of way. And you do not do that without intentionally or by yourself setting the conditions as to the point where that action can take place.
But there are things that can happen completely by chance without you directly setting them up that still would make you happy. Like, I don't know. You inherit money from a relative you didn't even know existed. That kind of stuff.
But that's not a goal, is it?
Exactly. But it makes you happy.
Well, the goal could be, I'm rich.
Yeah. I mean, that was just an example, right? It's like anything like, oh yeah, like it's the shittiest weather and the traffic is still fine, or like like the red light is actually not a red light this time around.
It's a green light.
It is every single time for the last half year.
It's a consistent yellow light because the red bulb is broken. That type of thing. and you're still running over it and getting chased down by the police.
And then shot and killed.
And locked up and pulled the whole O.J. Simpson thing. Yeah. Happens way too much. Getting shot and killed and then arrested and pulled over.
Yep.
In that order.
Exactly.
And then do the OJ trial. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. I used to like that quote. I'm gonna use that at one point when the right time runs around.
In the actual court of law.
Yes. When I'm accused of murder and I got a glove that's too small for me. And then I'm gonna tell my lawyer to say that because apparently it works, even though everyone knows you're the killer. We're getting off topic again, man.
Hey, you know what would be a good goal to achieve?
Not killing folks.
I was gonna say to talk about the song of the week.
Oh, you want to get off the topic?
I mean, we are starting to spin around in circles.
Yeah, we are. The problem is, I believe my point's right. It's tough to communicate it in the full entirety though. Because I would need to write a book on that. And it's probably study the matter for years until I can explain it in a way where there's absolutely no pseudo holes to poke in it in any type of way. And it take hours and days for me to explain it to you.
Well, I think that the logic isn't necessarily wrong. I just think that you are proposing that it goes in both ways. And I feel like happiness does not necessarily require a goal. While I do not deny that a goal can definitely or will probably, if not always, bring happiness.
Achieving a goal.
Yeah, of course, just having a goal won't make you happy.
Okay, let me say
unless having a goal is a goal.
I'm picking
in which
this.
case, there's a circle again.
Yeah, I'm picking this definition up off of the like just pulling this out of my ass again. But happiness or like the happiness needs to have a primer, which can be defined as the achievement of a goal.
I guess.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna just let it sit at that. And if I'm wrong, if there's some PhD philosopher out there who's got one word to turn around on that sentence, okay, let's do it. I'm happy. I'm up for that discussion. I want to learn. I would also like to learn about that as much as possible because I like that type of stuff. Song of the week.
So talking about getting chased down and shot by the police.
That's a song of the week? Wait, what's the song of the week? Getting chased down and shot by the police. Is it a song by the police?
No, it's not. Right. It's the connection's a bit flimsy, but I wanted to make a transition and
Let me see. Tell me.
Okay, it is Wanted, Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi.
Really?
Which I feel like is an underrated song, not necessarily because people don't like the song or anything, but because when we're talking about Bon Jovi,
it's not one of the top 5 songs. It never comes up.
It is not one of the top 5 songs, but
it's
I feel like
a good song.
Most people underrate it.
It's a good to borderline great song. It's probably a good song. And the upper echelon of good.
I think the problem with that song mostly is that it kind of differs a lot from what they do with all their other songs, style-wise. Slower. So it often gets underrated, and I feel like that's a shame.
That's all.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to put that out there. So
good song.
Wanted Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi.
Good song. I actually was thinking about putting Blaze of Glory in the music hierarchy thing.
Yeah.
And I was going to put it with the San Francisco somewhere. Because Blaze of Glory, that's also the title music from, is a Western movie.
Yeah.
And California's in the West.
Okay.
I wasn't sure that was a good one, but then I needed to pick something from Bon Jovi to continue all that. My song of the week, special one.
You could have just gone We Didn't Start the Fire to connect to Blaze of Glory because of fire.
Blaze of Glory.
I mean, it's a blaze, though.
Blaze of Glory. Anyway. All right. My song of the week is a special... Glory Days. No. I don't even like that song that much. It's alright. It's decent. Special one. I don't know if you've listened to it yet. I put it in the music show. I'm pretty sure I did. Puff the Magic Dragon. By Peter, Paul, and Mary.
Okay.
Why?
There was a great magician called Piff the Magic Dragon.
Might have heard of his brother Steve.
Exactly. So, when I say great magician, I mean he's a great entertainer who also does magic. He's not necessarily like his techniques when doing magic.
The man was at Penn and Teller. He's a great entertainer.
Exactly.
He's all right. Point being, Puff the Magic Dragon by Peter, Paul, and Mary being my personal first ever favorite song. I was probably about 4 years old.
Okay.
When my father started giving me CDs and them old school CD players, Yeah. The Walkman things, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm listening to that, and that's my first ever favorite song that I can remember calling that my favorite song. It's also the first song ever because that time I couldn't read.
Yeah.
Or like pretty close to when I couldn't read. The first song that I ever knew what it was about. Right?
Okay.
Because I didn't understand words yet. And I had my father explain to me what it was about. So it was the first song that I ever knew and I ever remember listening to like on repeat when we was on long car rides and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So Puff the Magic Dragon, still a great song in 2017 and 2018 and forever basically because that song's great. Did you listen to it yet?
I don't think so.
Need to. It's pretty good. We have just a while ago cracked the 1 hour mark of the podcast. 25 in another 25 probably we're doing the top 10 songs.
Maybe we'll see.
And we got Christmas and New Year's and all that stuff coming up.
We should totally do that on like right before 50, like 48, 49 something, because it's gonna be a surprise.
This is a surprise. 49 is good. It's a good number.
I knew you were gonna say that.
It's generally a good number. I don't know why it's a good number. And about predictions,
it's 7 square, by the way.
It's true. It's also the name of the San Francisco football team. Here's the thing, right? We got a special podcast coming up for Christmas and for New Year's.
Yeah.
Actually, for New Year's and for end of year.
Yeah.
And the year is going to be a year recap.
I think it's going to be like 3 special podcasts back to back.
Are we going to do shout outs at the end of the year? Hand out prizes to folks? Best sub, most active sub. I
don't think we have enough subs for that yet.
Maybe next year.
But if something crazy happens in the comment section or something, we might shout it out.
We might, just make some crazy.
So,
post me the correct definition of happiness in the comment section. 3 pages. At least. Do the New Year's thing where we do we don't even know what we're going to do there yet.
I guess New Year's resolutions.
New Year's resolutions. Okay, Christmas, is that next week already? Damn.
Yeah.
That's next week.
Dude.
Next Sunday is Christmas Eve, right?
Yeah.
God damn. All right, that's it for today. That's your line. Sorry, let's go do it.
That's it?
That's it for today.